New Black Series Black Krrsantan. My wife surprised me with it after work this past Friday. All right, your safety information, different languages and shit, a little bio. Really cool, neat box. People were talking about the size, but the guy who plays, the live actor who plays Krrsantan is actually like, I want to say he's like 6'7" or something like that. That's actually 6.9 inches in scale of 1/6 scale. It's very close to the actual height. But here he is, absolute monster, incredibly detailed. Way more accurate than the comic version. It's just a night and day difference. You put them beside each other. I have my Chewbacca down here, just for, I know I'm an inbox collector, as you can see. It's just I got a couple loose ones. But if you put him next to Chewbacca, obviously I know that he's not out of the packaging, but you know, Chewie is also a lot taller and lankier than most Wookiees are. So the fact that last time they tried to pull off Krrsantan with just the Chewie body and paint him black and then a little bit of a different head sculpt and shit, it was just kind of slack. And I feel like this figure really serves him justice. The weapon, awesome. Kind of the same kind of scope that's on Chewbacca's bowcaster. Really cool, nice detail on the end, sorry. A nice blue in on the barrel. Very nice. I really dig the red. It just kind of brings some more life and detail to it. The beard is sick. I really like the joints and how, kind of like how the Chewbacca figure is, the Chewbacca mold. The hair kind of covers the joints, which is really nice. Down at the knees. The legs have really good articulation. Not so much at the shoulders. This bandolier is a separate piece from the shoulder pads. So his arms sorry for the camera angle. His arms don't raise up very well. Articulation from the shoulder joints aren't that well due to the bandolier piece. Right, the gold to go into the shoulder pad. But I'm not really planning on like playing with them or messing with them, doing a bunch of poses and pictures. I just kind of want to have them on display and go aside, start checking out his belt. Not sure what this is. I have to do some more research. Nice detailed little pouch. The intricate designs on the shoulder pads, on the armor, and even down right there on his belt and the chest plate. Just a lot of good detail. Solid paint. Paint's not bad at all. Let's take a look at the back of this guy. And he actually looks beefy, like Krrsantan is supposed to look. Like he's not too tall or too lanky. And I think his size, I mean, here's him next to a Black Series Qui-Gon, 50th anniversary. So, I'm sorry, not 50th anniversary, the episode 1 anniversary. I have doubles of this figure, but this is him next to Qui-Gon. I mean, that seems, Qui-Gon's already a naturally taller person and character in general, but so let's turn this guy around. It's got this awesome, really detailed little pouch. The dreads are freaking sick. Makes me miss when I had long hair. Again, the joints, the way that the hair comes over the joints is really cool at the ankle and up to the knee. The dreads and just the paint is just a really good job, man. I was really excited about this figure. Kind of like a little soft piece right here. Just a really insanely detailed figure. Now, the thing that I wish they did do, the back is a little more darker and black. Wish they would have done like a little bit of a gray wash or added a little bit of gray highlights like they did to the front here, like in his face and his goatee, his mustache right there, and his face, his arms. It would have been cool if they kind of kept that going out throughout the whole figure, you know? See, give you a better angle. They see the kind of silverish gray, and then on the back it's just kind of black. Would have been cool to carry that through to the back, but the blue end of the barrel is just so sick, man. I love that. Like I said, the articulation is really not that bad. It's really well in the legs, and the hands move fairly well. The elbows move well. It's just these shoulder joints that don't, just because this is a whole separate piece with the bandolier and the shoulder pad. It just really interferes with how far up and out you can pivot his arms. But like I said, I don't plan on putting him in any kind of crazy pose. He's probably just going to be standing here looking fucking badass like he usually does. So, that pretty much wraps up this review, guys. I'm gonna start doing some of these. As you can see, I already have one day I'll probably go through and do a whole video for my collection. I have some micro galaxies over there, some ships, a couple helmets, a lot of gifts from my cousin and my wife, a couple of figures that I've bought, and with the Bad Batch down here. But yeah, so that's Black Krrsantan. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I highly suggest going to pick him up as soon as you can. Real quick, I was gonna go over the articulation of the figure real quick. I didn't want to take him at his pose, but you know, it is what it is. So with articulation, again, the rifle, very cool. Same scope as what looks to be on Chewie's bowcaster. Really detailed on the belt piece and the chest piece right here. So the articulation is pretty good. As you can see, right when I get up to about here, right about here is about max. So really not too bad, honestly, for as big, and to me it's worth the badass look to have a little minus articulation, especially for this one, because like, how many poses do you plan on putting him into? So this right here, that's about as far up he can go. This is kind of hitting into the side of his neck a little bit. But then you bring it back down, just kind of adjust it a little bit. But yeah, the hands are pretty nice. Not too crazy about a little bit of bend right there, a little bit, not too much. Again, same for this side. Just this, you can kind of see. It's almost like it's. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. I need to get a new camera. But for a first review, it is what it is. Like I said, the legs, the knees, I really like the joints, how the hair kind of covers the joints a little bit. Really good articulation. Put that back down. I mean, he can pretty much do a full split. So the legs are very, I guess it's got like a, what are they called? These seem to be butterfly joints. I see a little bit of, like a little socket joint, but the legs are really, really good articulation. The bottom of them right here. Obviously, it's got to be flat so it can sit on the shelf or whatever, but for the most part, and then just to the ankles, how it covers. Really not too much bend in the ankles either, but the way it covers up the hair to the joint, it's just so cool to me. I love just everything on this figure fits well together. This little soft piece right here that covers the private area and the butt. But man, really, really solid, cool figure. But yeah, that's Krrsantan.